Hi, everyone. I'm Amy Bloch, the Executive Director with Catholic Charities. And with me today is Benita Triplett. She's the Clinical Director here at Catholic Charities. And this is the first Mental Health Monday. And we hope to bring you every week some information, some tools, some ideas for mental wellness. And this week, we're going to talk a little bit about what's been weighing on all of our minds, how to cope with COVID-19, which is something new to all of us. And so the first thing, Benita, one of the things, one of the biggest impacts on all of us is social distancing. And so can you talk a little bit about that and why it's been so difficult for us?
I think when we hear the word social distancing, we have a tendency to think of social isolation. And naturally, as humans, most of us like to interact and engage with other people. So I think the thing to remember is social distance means keep physical distance from people, but it doesn't mean stop interacting with others. So it's still important to interact with other people. We'll just have to do it differently, like using social media, such as Facebook, FaceTime, Zoom. For those that want laugh and games, TikTok is the newest type of way to engage. And using the old-fashioned way of just picking up the phone and interacting with people.
Mm-hmm. Right, and you talk a lot about that we're really not created to be away from people, that we're really created as being kind of social beings and needed that interaction with people.
Right.
Right. And so some of the different ways of finding ways to connect with other people that we're having to find ways to do that more because we're not normally, or right now we're not kind of pushed to do that because we're in our homes so much more often.
Right. Yes.
Right. So I know right now our therapists at Catholic Charities are doing telehealth. And so they're spending a lot of time working with our clients and with people. And so they're hearing a lot about what people are maybe struggling with, some other things. What are they hearing that people are struggling with in addition to that right now?
I think what's created a lot of stress is fear of the unknown. That's created a lot of anxiety. Everyone's routine schedule has been impacted in some shape, form, or fashion. And so our work and play has been affected. We're not able to visit loved ones like we normally would. Our finances have gone up and down. So I'm thinking, some of the changes of just not being able to carry out your normal routine, you're grieving the loss of that. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are having difficulty adjusting to a new routine. Mm-hmm. And really the fear of not knowing when this is going to end, that creates a lot of stress, anxiety, depression, which could lead to isolation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's, I think, been a really hard part. It's like there's no end in sight. It feels like, anyway. So
right.
It's hard to plan when you don't know what's coming, what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some ideas? What are some ways that we can cope with some of these feelings?
I would say, remember that there are some things that are out of our control. And if you can accept that, it may be easier to accept that, yes, our travel plans are going to be rearranged, our whole routines are going to be rearranged. But the most important thing is find a routine, a day-to-day routine to stick to, because that's going to help keep you more focused. I would also say stay connected with people, whether that be by phone or social media. Stay informed with media, but don't overindulge in news, because that can create a lot of anxiety. If we just constantly keep reading news, that could be traumatizing to a lot of people. So get the information so that you can know how to stay safe, but don't overindulge in media. And I would say help someone in need. Anytime we're able to help someone else, that helps us to feel better. And we're all in this together, so there are many opportunities to help one another out during this time. Most importantly, get outside, get some sun, get some fresh air, get some exercise in. Eat a healthy, balanced meal. I know a lot of times people will feel bored at this time, and so we're increasing what we're eating and how much we're eating. And a lot of times people will eat sugary, salty foods to help us feel better, but that's not always going to help our moods. So if we can eat a healthy, balanced meal, that will help regulate our moods a lot better than eating snacks and sugary, salty foods. I would also say if you can get a normal sleep, 7 hours a night, stick to a sleep routine as well. Focus on what you're grateful for each day. Do something that you enjoy every single day. That's going to help put things back into perspective for us.
Mm-hmm. Right. Those are great. I know at Catholic Charities with our staff, we've been doing a 19-day challenge, which is finding things that are good for us, things that are fun, trying to do some new things and sharing those with each other. And that's been a really fun, good thing that's really encouraged all of us to do some of those self-care activities that you just talked about.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And last I know, but not least for all of us is, I think finding ways to fill our souls, as well as our faith life, I think as well. And prayer, I know for a lot of us is a big piece of that.
Yes.
As well. So does there ever become a point, Benita, I guess my last question for you, when somebody might need to seek professional help?
Yes, I would say if you're noticing a change in your day-to-day routine, if your feelings and symptoms are interfering with your day-to-day functioning, if you're noticing excessive use of alcohol or drugs, maybe compulsive behavior such as overeating, gambling, if you're having thoughts of death, suicide, that would be a cue that you would want to seek professional help. I would say talk to a trusted friend, have them guide you in the right direction. You can talk with your physician, there's clergy. Catholic Charities, we have licensed mental health therapists that are readily available and ready and welcome you to come.
Right, absolutely. And I know you talked about, some of those extreme things that if you're experiencing, we want you to reach out. And I would also add, if you find that your sleep and your eating patterns significantly are changing and for a consistent period of time, that also might be a good time to reach out for help. And as Benita said, that we have transitioned to doing telehealth services right now during this time. And you can give any one of our offices a call. You can find all our information on our website, which is cathchar.com. And we are here for you. You do not have to go through this alone. And if there's any topics of interest for you, you can certainly let us know. And we want to be a support to all of you out there. So stay safe, stay well, and we will see you again next week. Thanks. Thanks, Benita.
Thank you.